Finnerty, and you may remember me from interviewing famous people. My guest today is a world-famous athlete who is as well known for his off-the-field controversy as he is for his athletic achievements on the field. In his Major League Baseball career, he has amassed a staggering 654 home runs, 1,968 runs batted in, 14 All-Star Game appearances, and 3 American League MVP awards in his time as a member of the Seattle Mariners, the Texas Rangers, and the New York Yankees. He is none other than New York Yankees aging liability, third baseman Alex Rodriguez. However, much like Ben Affleck before him, things haven't always come up roses for him. He has had 2 contracts which have each total been worth $250 million, which has led many to speculate that at a fossilized centaur, spectacular talent such as Alex here, is not worthy of such...
I don't appreciate the insults you're making.
Don't tell me how to run my show, Alex.
Well, frankly, you're not doing a very good job.
I did better than you did in 2004 against the Sox, bitch. That's right, I remember that. That hurt me. Anyway, let's get back on track here. Much like Ben Affleck will always be haunted by his 2003 film Geely with Jennifer Lopez, Alex Rodriguez will forever be haunted by his alleged performance-enhancing drug use, as well as his numerous extramarital affairs and controversial relationships. I think at one point he banged a hooker or something, but, that's not important right now. Let's talk, this man has had such a great career on the field, so everybody out there in YouTube land, give a big hand to New York Yankees third baseman Alex Rodriguez.
How are we supposed to tell if they're clapping if we're watching it on a computer?
Oh, it's just a bit, Alex. Go with it. So, how you doing, Alex? How you been lately?
I've been really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Well, it's an optimist, if nothing else. I did notice that you're wearing a Miami Dolphins shirt today. That's an interesting choice of apparel, if you don't mind me saying.
I'm originally from Miami, and I've always been a fan. In fact, I chose the number 13 to honor the great Dan Marino.
Ah, a fabulous, fabulous quarterback. You two actually have quite a bit in common. I actually looked up something up recently. It's going to be some good news for you. If the NFL season ended today, the Dolphins would actually qualify as a wild card team. So good news for you.
Yes, that's great. The team's a lot better this year.
So yeah, at least one of your teams is relevant in the playoff picture at this point in the season. Okay, he's a charmer if nothing else. I would like to point out that you, sir, are a massive improvement over my previous guest, New York Congressman Anthony Weiner. Just we're miles apart.
Oh, thanks, man. I can't imagine having to talk to that guy in an interview setting.
Oh, God.
That horrible.
Oh, it's brutal. You have no idea. You're much better. At least when you're banging a hooker, at least you turn your phone off first. Oh, screw you. That was fun. You know it. There's one hooker in particular that I would like to ask you about. I think Madonna was her name.
You're an ugly little shit. You know that?
I'd like to think I'm a very handsome little shit. Let's get that on camera.
The Madonna thing was like 5 years ago, man. It's old news.
Oh, old news, my ass. I want to hear about it. So you're a world-famous athlete. You play for the Yankees. You make $30 million a year. And you realize that an extramarital affair could destroy your reputation.
Yeah.
Did it ever occur to you that the woman that you cheated on your wife with did not necessarily have to look like a meth-addicted hooker for Breaking Bad?
Madonna is a beautiful, sensual woman. I will not let you stand there and talk to her like that.
Please don't use the word sensual. For me or for the audience, it makes us all picture you with the Breaking Bad hooker lady 80, and believe me, that's the last thing anybody wants.
Are you going to talk about baseball at any point in this?
I'm getting to it. Be patient. So let's talk about your contracts. By far the biggest in baseball history. $250 million a piece, as I said before. How would you respond to someone, let's say a devilishly handsome Christopher Reeve-esque interviewer, who would make the claim that you being allowed to make $50,000 teacher salaries in a year is a failure of American capitalism as an economic model? How would you respond to someone who made that claim?
I would say that the interviewer is some sad, pathetic little fucker who's never going to make any money as a journalist from this shitty YouTube show. I also think it's pathetic that this interviewer would compare himself to Christopher Reeve. Christopher Reeve was Superman. You're no Superman.
Alex, are you trying to insult me by telling me that I am not a fictional superhero with the ability to fly who wears underwear on the outside of his pants? Did you rip that one off from Oscar Wilde, Allie?
Who's Oscar Wilde?
He was someone who, well, suffice it to say, he was someone who was as much of a man whore as you are.
Well, they didn't mind that I'm a whore.
Okay, Alex, Anthony Weiner and Ben Affleck have both sat where you're sitting and tell me that they've had sex with my mother. If I've endured that, then there's nothing you can do that can faze me. There is something I did want to ask you about, though.
What's that?
Where can I get one of those centaur paintings? You know, the one with the shirtless and the half horse. I really want to take it so that when I take a girl home and she sees it in the house, she's going to see me as a half horse, just gloriously with hair flopping in the wind, and her pants are just going to come right off. It's going to be a big hit with the ladies.
I don't think anything you do is going to be a big hit with the ladies.
Well, it would be if I paid them like you do.
Your mother didn't want any money.
Your originality knows no bounds. I did want to ask something about how you'll be remembered after your career is over. Do you ever wonder, are you ever concerned with the fact that, do I have too many fans? Am I too well liked? Have I not burned enough bridges? Is my legacy going to be too good and too fondly remembered when I retire?
Connor, you are without a doubt the worst interviewer I have ever talked with.
I'm the worst interviewer?
Yes, without question.
I'm worse than Susan Waldman. I'm worse than Susan, oh my God, it's Roger Clemens Waldman. Are you kidding me?
Absolutely.
That is a slap to the face, sir.
You can use a good slap to the face.
Then again, with that razor-sharp wit of yours, let me ask you something, though. And I think we would all like to know this, everybody out there, myself. What is it like to suck Scott Boris's dick, just to give him head on every possible occasion? Is it salty? Because I feel like it'd be really salty, especially after Manny Ramirez is done with it.
I wouldn't know about Scott's dick. I was too busy with your sister's pussy.
Well, I don't have a sister, but nice try.
I always hate talking to Red Sox fans.
I'm actually a Yankees fan, believe it or not.
Oh, really? Thank you.
Well, it wasn't a compliment, but you're welcome, I guess.
Fuck you.
Ah, wow. He's pleasant. He's pleasant if nothing else. So, Alex, a lot of people say that you should not be allowed in the Baseball Hall of Fame due to your involvement in the biogenesis scandal.
Alleged involvement.
Yeah, and OJ allegedly killed his wife. Let's be real here. That lip bruise isn't going to work on me. I hope you realize that. I know what you do. I know what you do in interviews, but it's not going to work. What would your response to people be who say that you shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame?
Well, estos interpuntas no sé nada. Estos estúpidos y...
Excuse me, Alex, can you please not do that in Spanish? I can't speak Spanish. Can you say it in English, please?
Why don't you know how to speak Spanish?
Well, I don't have a $275 million contract, so Rosetta Stone is kind of out the window for me.
Well, my response to people who say I shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame is simple. The hearings and suspensions are a process, and we should wait for them to play out.
You didn't strain any muscles with that one, did you?
And why did you have to bring up my contract?
Well, let's see. You get paid $27 million a year. You're pretty much caught in a new scandal every single week. And you couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with a baseball bat if you tried. I think I have every right to bring up your contract again.
I earned my contract from how I played on the field. I got up early every day, busted my tail, gave 110% for my team, and helped the Yankees win.
Oh, spare me your sports movie cliches, Alex. Did you sleep through the last 3 seasons? If you were Ike Turner, you couldn't hit your own wife.
Oh, that's...
All right, okay.
Just taking it one game at a time, one pitch at a time. I'm trying to stay relaxed out there, all right? I'm not trying to get inside my own head.
You've lost your mind, Alex. You've lost your goddamn mind. We can all see it. You've lost...
Maricón, eo es flaco. Estoy estúpido.
He's going to
Estoy barbaroso.
I can't stop him. All right, at least I'm not some pill-popping, prostitute-bagging, steroid-munching loser who's destined to spend the rest of his days as a laughingstock. You gave every Red Sox fan on the planet fodder when you choked away in 2004. Still haven't forgiven you for that, by the way. And not only did you give Ben Affleck fodder to make fun of the Yanks for, what the fuck are you on?
Tu cuño, maricón, no sé bailar la banda.
What the fuck are you on?
Necesito
You
una
honestly
banda
think
de
people
clase.
think you're clean?
Ahí arriba.
I hope you get lifetime bans from Major League Baseball. You blow all your money on coke, strippers, and gambling states. Let's see if your hookers call you back after that. Okay, well, if that didn't stop this conquistador over here, then nothing will. Fuck you too, man. Fuck you for every season you've had since 2009. Seriously, it's been painful. Well, I think it's about time we wrapped it up here. De nada. Well, that's it for me, folks.
Maricón.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Aaron! No one cares!